Hello students, welcome to electronics class. We were into logic gates. In that we have already studied logic OR gate and logic AND gate and the circuits analysis of both logic OR and AND gates using two diodes, right. So now we will move into the third basic gate, that is NOT gate. NOT gate is one which performs Boolean negation, or you can also call it inverter. That means it is, if you give the input is 1, you can expect output as 0. If the input is 0, output will be 1. Okay. This NOT gate will be having only one input and only one output. The symbol, the logic symbol of NOT gate or it is also called as inverter. If input is A, output will be A complement, A bar. If the input is 0, you have output as 1. If the input is 1, output will be 0. Okay. This bubble, should not forget this bubble. This looks like diode, but this is not diode. This is a logic symbol of NOT gate. See, this bubble indicates the negation. It indicates the symbol of negation. Okay. Here we can even write the truth table of NOT gate FE, because we know that only one input and only one output. If the input is 0, output will be 1. If the input is 1, output will be 0. Okay. How that will be happened, we will look into the circuit. See, this is a NOT gate circuit using transistor. So, there is a question, what is transistor? Transistor is a 3-terminal semiconductor device. I will just brief about transistor. See, we have already completed some topics of semiconductors in the last 2 months back. Hope you remember that. If you do not remember, open the textbook and see, or open your notes, old notes, semiconductor notes, and check it. See, we have studied semiconductor diodes in that. Okay. Semiconductor diodes, when it will, how it operates, how it works. That means when forward biased, diode will be conducting, diode passes, diode will allow the flow of current only when it is forward biased, and when it is reverse biased, current will not be flowing. It will be acting as a switch, closed switch when forward biased, open switch when reverse biased. That and all we have studied. Transistor is a 3-terminal semiconductor device, whereas our diode is 2-terminal device. 3-terminal semiconductor device, it looks like 2 diodes connected back to back. That means it will be having, in semiconductor diode we will be having only one junction, here we will be having 2 junctions. Semiconductor diode is 2-terminal device and 1 PN junction, here 3-terminal device, 2 PN junction you will have. Okay, this transistor, when the transistor was invented in 1948 in Bell Lab. The 3 scientists, they are William Shockley, John Bardeen and Walter Brattain. We have to remember these scientists' name because they have given a tremendous advancement in their invention, made a tremendous advancement in electronics. See, they have also got Nobel Prize in 1956 for their invention. See, transistors introduction we have already gone through in the first chapter. Transistor, because of the transistor, the main application of transistor is amplification and switching purpose. So, transistor has replaced the bulky vacuum tubes. We have already discussed what are vacuum tubes. Vacuum tubes were the devices which were vacuum tube triodes, vacuum tube diodes, which were using before the invention of this semiconductor technology. So, here we used to expect the filament or electrodes, we used to heat that, they used to heat the electrodes, and electrodes used to liberate the electrons. That was the process. So, transistor does not contain any filament or any electrodes, so heating power will be saved. No heating power required. And also, so transistors power consumption is less in transistors, and also they are very lightweight and small in size, and also they can be fabricated on ICs. Okay, whatever the technological wonders we are seeing, we are using these days, that is because of invention of transistors. Okay, and these transistors are 3-terminal devices. This is the symbol of transistor. The circuit symbol of transistor is the circuit symbol of transistor. This is emitter. 3 terminals are emitter, base and collector. This is the emitter, base and collector. So, if this is the picture of how does the transistor is looks like, we have 2 types of transistor. One is PNP transistors, PNP transistor, and the another one is NPN transistors. This and all we will study in the first year itself. We would have studied, but the syllabus has been reduced because of this COVID situation. We have a separate chapter of this transistor called BJT. Transistor is also called as BJT. BJT in the sense bipolar junction transistor. Why it is bipolar? Bipolar in the sense the charge carriers. Bipolar in the sense it is a bipolar junction transistor. Bipolar in the sense the current conduction is due to 2 types of charge carriers. One is electrons and holes, majority charge carriers and minority charge carriers, that is electrons and holes. That is why it is called as bipolar junction transistor. Unidirectional current flow will be there. In this, in your resistors there will be bidirectional current flow, whereas in your diode unidirectional current flow. In your transistor unidirectional current flow you can expect. See, emitter, there are 3 terminals in transistor. Those are emitter, base, collector. I will just brief about this because we will not go deeply into the transistor today, because how much ever required to analyze the NOT gate circuit, only that much I will explain. Emitter, as the name suggests, it emits the charge carriers. if it is a NPN transistor, NPN transistors, it emits electrons. If it is a PNP transistor, then it emits holes. And collector, as the name suggests, collects the charge carriers. That means emitter which emits the electrons, if it is a NPN transistor, when collector which collects the electrons, whereas base is in between which controls the flow of these charge carriers. Okay, emitter which emits the charge carriers, collector which collects the charge carriers, and base which controls the flow of these charge carriers. You can also analyze this is a tap. If it is a emitter, it is a collector, it is a base. If the knob of the tap is closed, then if the emitter emits also, it cannot pass through the base, right? It blocks it, you can call it. Just analysis. If the knob of the base, this knob is closed, tap knob is closed, emitter cannot transfer charge carriers and collector cannot take it, right? So, if the knob is open, knob is turned on, what happens? Then charge carriers, water will flow and you can expect in the water into the tap. Okay, this is how you can analyze the transistor. So, as I have already told, transistor, I will just consider NPN transistor, it can be PNP also. Here I am taking NPN transistor, emitter, base and collector. In this you can expect two junctions. Here one junction, junction 1, and here one more junction, junction 2, that is emitter base junction and collector base junction. There are, you can assume transistor like two diodes connected back to back. Okay, you can just assume like NPN in the sense two diodes connected back to back. That means one junction is emitter base junction, another one is collector base junction. The main application of transistor I have told you, that is amplification, and amplification in the sense increasing the strength of the signal. Okay, in your, if I am speaking in a mic, so that it will be heard in the loudspeaker, between that, between the mic and the loudspeaker there is a device, that is amplifier. So that our signal, whatever I am speaking, whatever the video, picture or video is coming, that will be amplified and sent it to you. So that the signal strength while transferring will be go on decreasing, should not decrease. Therefore, strengthening of the signals in between the way should be required, that will be performed by amplifier. In amplifier the main device is, that component is transistor. Okay. So, amplification and switching purposes, transistor acts as switch as well as amplifier. As of now we will leave the amplification factor, because while studying amplifier we will study that. Now, switching purposes, it acts as a switch. When emitter base junction is forward, when both the junctions are forward biased, EB junction and CB junction, both are forward biased, then it will reach into saturation region. Transistor will reach into saturation region and acts as a closed switch. Okay. When emitter base junction and collector base junction are reverse, both are reverse biased, then you can expect transistor acts as a open switch. That time transistor will be in cutoff mode. They will call as a cutoff mode. When emitter base junction and collector base junction, both the junction are forward biased, then it is called as saturation mode of the transistor and transistor acts as a closed switch. When both the junctions are reverse biased, transistor will be in cutoff mode and acts as a open switch. That is required in analyzing the NOT gate circuit using transistor. Okay. Let it be. Okay. Here I guess people just briefed about. You should remember the tap analysis which I have showed you just for your analysis factor, that is all. Tap analysis, just remember, when the tap knob is closed, water cannot flow, tap knob is open, water can flow, like that. In the same way, when these two junctions are forward biased, it will be acting as closed switch. When these two junctions are reverse biased, this is acting as open switch. That much you should remember. Okay. So, here this is the circuit of NOT gate. In this NOT gate should act like we already know, when you give 0 output, you should get the 1 as the output. So, here we have used a collector resistor RC. See, whenever the input terminal is connected to 0 volt, that is 0 volt is considered as logic 0 or low state. Whenever the input is connected to 0 volt, input is connected to transistor's base, this is emitter and this is collector. Electrons will flow like this, current will flow like this. Okay. And this arrow mark, if you have doubt, for NPN transistor arrow mark will be like this. For PNP transistors arrow mark will be like this. Now we are using NPN transistor. So, electron current always flows the opposite the flow of electrons. So, when the base is connected to 0 volt, no current through this RB, so no voltage to base. No voltage to base, therefore no charge carriers cannot flow. The transistor will be turned off. Transistor will go into cutoff mode at this stage. So, no current flows through transistor. Transistor acts as a open switch. So, whatever the 5 volt will come to RC and here it will find open circuit. So, all the current flows through the output and you can expect 1 as the output. Whenever the base is connected to 0 volt, transistor will be turned off. It will go into cutoff mode. So, what happens? It acts as an open switch. Whatever the current flows through this RC and it will find a open circuit here. So, it will come to output. If you connect the output any resistor or bulb will start glowing. If you connect a bulb over here, bulb will start glowing when the base is connected to 0. Okay. When base is connected to plus 5 volt. The tap is on. When the base is connected to plus 5 volt, this is forward biased. So, emitter starts supplying charge carriers and transistor will be in saturation mode. Transistor will turn on. So, to saturation mode. So, transistor acts as a open closed switch. All the current flows through transistor to the ground and no current flows. It finds a bypass here and no current flows through the load and bulb will not glow, the output becomes 0. Okay. Analyze this properly. Remember the things I have told you regarding transistor and analyze the circuit once again. Then any doubts, please text me. Okay. Next is NAND and NOR gates. NAND and NOR gates, basic gates are AND, OR and NOT that we have completed. Now NAND and NOR gates, these NAND and NOR gates are also called as universal gates. These are also called as universal gates because using these gates we can implement or we can construct any other logic gate. So, we can these are called as universal gate. And how to construct other gates using NAND and NOR gates, that you are going to study in second PUC digital electronics. Okay. NAND gate symbol is the inverter of AND gate. If A and B are the inputs of the NAND gate, Y is equal to A dot B whole complement is the output. If I write the truth table of NAND gate, inputs and output, A and B are the inputs 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. The output will be Y is equal to A dot B whole bar. So, it is just the inverter of the NAND gate. This bubble indicates the negation here and negation and it is. So, AND gate inverter. In AND gate we used to get 0 0 0 only, but here in NAND gate you will be getting 1 and here also you used to get 0 in AND gate, here it is 1 1 and 0. For NAND gate it is for 0 0 it was 1, in AND gate it was 0, here it is 1, for 0 1 1, 0 for 1 0 is 1. So, for 1 1 it is 0. So, how to define NAND gate here? NAND gate is nothing but which gives the high output when any one of the input is low. AND gate which gives high in output when any one of all the inputs are high, right? NAND gate which gives high output when any one of the input is low or all the inputs are low. Okay, this is our NAND gate. Next is NOR timing diagram of NAND gate. AB 0 0, A is again 0, 1 1, 1 0 1. When both are 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1, what will be the output of NAND gate? That is y is equal to a dot b whole complement. For 0 0 the output is high, for 0 1 output is high, so 1 0 output is high, for 1 1 output is 0. This is the timing diagram for NAND gate. We forgot to draw the timing diagram for NOT gate. Timing diagram for NOT gate, we forgot that. I will draw it here. For input, if you have an input like this, output will be for the input is 1, output will be 0, for 0 1, for 1 it is 0, for 0 it is 1. It is a timing diagram for NOT gate. We forgot in the last session, so I have drawn it. And next is NOR gate. NOR gate symbol is the logic symbol of NOR gate. This is A, B are the inputs. The output will be A or B whole complement is the symbol of NOR gate. Okay, so the truth table of NOR gate will be inputs and output. Inputs are A and B. Output is equal to Y is equal to A or B whole bar. So for 0 0, output is 1 here. In OR gate it was 0, here it is 1. For 0 1 it is 0, for 1 0 it is 0, for 1 1 it is 0. It is just the negation of OR gate. Is the just negation of OR gate. So how to define NOR gate? NOR gate is one whose output is NOR gate is one whose output is high only when all the inputs are low. NOR gate is one which gives high output only when all the inputs are low. Okay. The circuit analysis of NOR gate we will study in the next class. So, up to this will be included. Up to this will be included for the coming test, which is on Saturday. So, complete digital electronics, no principles of electricity. So, complete digital electronics, which is a easy and interesting topic that is there for test. So, all the problems, conversions and Boolean expression simplification and logic gates and OR gate, NOT gate, circuit up to that, and also NAND gate and NOR gate, not circuits, only symbol, truth table, all will be included. Okay. I forgot to draw the NOR gate timing diagram. We will draw it. Timing diagram of NOR gate. 0 1 1 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. So y is equal to a or b whole bar. It is for 0 0 high output, for 0 1 low output, for 1 0 also low output, for 1 1 also it has low output. This is the timing diagram for NOR gate. So up to this will be included for coming test. Only thing we have left is the circuit analysis of NOR and NAND gate, that will not be included. Apart from those, all the other topics of digital electronics we have completed up to this will be included. And digital electronics is very important topic from the point of your examination, as well as from the point of second PUC, as well as from the point of your future. Okay. Now everything has been digitalized. So knowing basic things are very important, that you are learning in PUC. If you learn the same thing in engineering, you feel that is easy because you have already learnt in PUC. Okay. Prepare for the test. All the best for everyone. Any doubts, anytime you can call me or you can even text me. Okay. Thank you.